so powerful that even the user Naruto suffers damage. It had a fatal flaw, but this was overcome by learning Sage Mode and getting a strong body.
Okay.
So it's attributing the fact that it's powerful to the point where Naruto even suffers damage from it, but it was overcome by getting a strong body through Senjutsu.
Yeah, okay.
So what's... She's just getting damaged by it.
Because it explodes in his vicinity. And we know that if you read
Why?
the manga, he overcomes it because he throws the thing away from him, so it blows up away from him. Therefore, overcoming the weakness because he's no longer hurt. You know, because the explosion's like 500 meters away.
No, that's just adding headcanon to it. It says that it's so powerful that Naruto suffers damage, but it was overcome by gaining a strong body through Senjutsu. So he's not going to take damage from the jutsu anymore.
No, that's your headcanon. What?
That's what I'm
Bro,
reading out what it says. I didn't even say anything. I'm just read out what the page said.
No, this is your interpretation. I'm telling you.
I didn't even give my interpretation yet. I just read out what it said.
What it's saying isn't that he can tank his own attack. It's saying that because Senjutsu gives him a stronger body, he's able to overcome this weakness. The part of you saying that, oh, he can now tank his own attack, that is straight but just headcanon. In the manga, he overcomes it because he's now strong enough to physically throw his freaking attack so it blows up away from him.
Okay, you done?
Yeah? Do you want to scan?
I'm reading out what?
Do you want to scan?
A scan for what?
Him avoiding this weakness because he has a stronger body?
That's what the chapter says, or that's what the data book entry says, and that's what I'm saying that it said. All I said was it's so powerful that Naruto suffers damage, and he overcame that by getting a strong body.
Yeah, okay.
So he couldn't tank it before, but now he can tank it.
He still can't.
Is what it's saying. That's
no,
what it
that's
says.
not what it's saying.
By definition, that is what it says.
No, it isn't. How is it by definition what it's saying?
He overcame this by learning Sage Mode and gaining a strong body.
Yes, you realize there's a different. You can overcome it by just simply avoiding the attack, right? You don't necessarily have to tank it to over.
Okay, but you saying that he's dodging it is adding an extra assumption.
No, it's not, because that's literally what happens in the manga. This is not a something.
Him throwing it, you're just attributing that to him not being able to throw it before because he was too weak.
He literally couldn't throw it before. This is literally stated.
You're saying, yeah. Hold on,
you want to stand for this?
Sure. I'm aware that he couldn't throw it before, but you're attributing that to the fact that he didn't have a strong body before, which is just false.
No, that's what this is saying. That's the literal
interpretation of this. I can get you the scan where it's just not the case.
Look, you have a scan that says he can literally tank his attack, or not, because otherwise the proper interpretation is he overcomes this little flaw of his because he's no longer in the vicinity of the explosion, and this is supported throughout the entire manga.
I'm just getting you the scan. I don't know why you're making extra arguments while I'm trying to get a scan where it just says.
This isn't an extra argument. This is me telling you you have a fucking scan for this shit.
I'm getting a scan for it. What's wrong with you?
Okay.
Just curious, what do you think happens when Naruto uses the Rasen Shuriken and gets caught up in the explosion?
He gets damaged. If he was at the epicenter of the explosion, he'll probably die.
But he is, though.
No, he isn't.
I can show you that he is.
Okay,
I don't
show
know why
me.
I did read something earlier, but him getting his arm broken has nothing to do with like cellular damage, right? You know that, right?
You realize it does more than just hit you at the cellular level. There's a physical force component to it as well, right?
Sure, can have both of those.
Yeah, okay. So the broken arm would
So
be
wait, so that would just mean that he like tagged the cellular thing?
no, he doesn't. Because Tsunade mentions that he has damage.
He has damage, yeah, like he broke his arm.
No, on like a cellular level.
What?
He has damage at like a cellular level from his own attack.
No, she's talking about Kakazu. She never
She
analyzed
also says
Naruto.
Naruto has the same symptoms.
Show that then.
Okay, sure. Let me just find the damn chapter. Do you know what chapter it is?
No, I'm looking for it right now.
Okay then. Let me. Okay, fine. Let me just boot up fucking Firefox. There was happy after. Happy
Where
after.
is this guy?
Sorry. Happy after. 340. Fucking stupid. Fucking just jump the goddamn stuff.
Oh yeah, found it. Okay, there we go.
Okay, just drop her while I'm looking for the
Yeah, I sent it in questions for surf bone surf by accident.
questions in. Okay, let me read this. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, this is the one where she says that she saw symptoms in Naruto's hand as well. Okay.
Yeah, she sees the symptoms in Naruto, but they're not as severe, so like that proves he resists it on some level.
No, that's because he threw it away.
He didn't. You just said that he
But he
can't
didn't
throw
throw it
the.
away, but he pressed it against him and it shot off. It wasn't in contact with his hand for nearly as long.
Is though? Like,
What?
do you not see
Wait,
the big ass giant explosion that happens when he uses the jutsu?
do you not see like the big ass trail that like shoots Katsu off into the distance? So like Naruto's only touching for like what, like a fraction of a second, whereas Kaku's like
Okay,
direct second through the explosion.
touching him, even if he's touching him for like a fraction of a second, it doesn't matter. The symptoms aren't as severe in him.
Yeah, because you're taking less hits.
What? Why?
Okay, well let me actually get you this. Okay, look.
She doesn't say that like he has less contact with it, therefore it's like damaging him less or something like that. When there's
Bro, we know he has less
here.
contact because we literally see the fight.
Yeah, we see the fight. We see he like smacks Kakazu with it. He hits him with the Rasen Shuriken.
Yeah,
He
and then
gets
what happens?
damaged. Wait, he gets damaged by it to some extent. Caught up in a giant explosion.
No, that's not what
He's
happens. He
damaged. Wait,
presses against
what?
him and he shoots Kakuzu off. Kakuzu literally
No,
gets
what?
shot off into the distance, and then it explodes.
Yeah, he hits him. What? Do you not see the big ass explosion?
Do you not see the part right above it where Kakuzu like gets sent flying?
Sure, he can get sent flying.
Okay, who's at the center of the explosion? Is it Naruto or Kakuzu?
Naruto's not out of the explosion yet. And he's
What?
still getting
Naruto?
damaged by it. Wait, he's still getting damaged by it to some extent.
Because the only time he touches it is when he's pressing it against Kakuzu. Naruto wasn't even in the
Okay,
explosion.
doesn't
What are you
matter.
talking about?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. It's directly
Okay,
proportional.
that
Yo,
just means
you're
that
trying
he.
to say
Wait,
no.
that means he
Listen. You're trying
resists
to say that
cellular.
Naruto
Wait,
somehow
that means he
resisted it.
resists cellular attacks on some. What?
No, he doesn't. He still took the damage. He just didn't take as much damage because he wasn't as
Okay,
exposed.
him taking not as much damage is still enough for my point.
How does that show your point that he resists something?
He's resisting it because he's not taking as much damage as Kakazu is.
No, this is just circular at this point. I'm literally telling you the
It's not
reason why he doesn't
circular.
take
You're
as
saying
much damage.
you're just saying the reason he doesn't take as much damage is because he's not in contact with it as much, right?
Yeah, because he has less exposure. Yeah.
Okay, him not having as much exposure doesn't matter. It still means like he resists it on some degree. Like if I here
What? How
if a
does
human
that?
wait, I'm trying to think of an example. I almost brought up like a Superman example, but like trying to think.
Okay, yo, here's an example. Okay, yo, let's say I come up to you, right? And I just like shank you like 500 times, all right? And then I don't know. I go up to like another person. I just like shank him once. Who do you expect to have more damage? The guy I shanked once, or the guy I shanked 500 times?
The guy who got shanked 500 times, I think that's disanalogous.
Okay, why would the guy that got shanked 500 times have much more damage? Because he took a lot more damage, right?
Okay, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. If Naruto is in contact with the Rasen Shuriken with any amount of time, that proves that he resists it to some degree. If he's not just immediately like fucking getting cellularly like destroyed by it, he's still able to use his hand and whatnot. His arm's just like broken. It's just the effect of the chakra networks being like severed aren't as bad in Naruto as they are in the other guy, or as Kakazu.
Yeah, okay, so why does it give him resistance when he initially has less, when he originally like took less damage anyways? Like he has less exposure. And and his broken arm
That's
thing
not.
isn't even a part of the cellular attack. That's part of the physical force section.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying
So
like the only thing that happens is like he touches it. His hand obviously gets like cut up a little bit, but it's not to the same degree as Kakazu's. Like body is messed up.
it's not, of course, it's not to the same degree because Cox is in the center of the explosion. He has been exposed to the Rasengan Shuriken all the way from the time like
Sure, but I'm
he's sent
saying wait,
flying and it explodes.
I'm saying he's. How do I word this?
Like you would expect Kakuzu to have a shit ton of more damage.
Sure. He has a bunch of damage on him, right? But I'm saying Naruto's resisting it in the sense that he's like not getting damaged to the same extent that like what's it called? I really don't know how to word this. Here, it's like, let's say Naruto, like, you know how he has like resistance to the truth seeking orbs, right?
What do you mean he has resistance to the truth seeking?
He resists the truth seeking orbs.
The truth seeking orbs don't inherently damage you.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. I got you. You know, if you like touch the truth seeking orbs, they like destroy your body, your spirit, your like mind and whatnot.
Oh no. You got a scan
Okay,
for
yes
that?
and that. Yeah.
They destroy your mind if they.
Yeah. You do realize they like destroy Minato's soul, they like get rid of chakra and whatnot?
Yeah, because Miyato's an Edo.
That has
The way
nothing
the
to do
truth
with
seeking
anything.
orbs work is that they nullify ninjutsu. You know, because Miyako is literally native. He's
It can
literally
just it can just stop the Edo Tensei from working. It doesn't necessarily need to destroy his soul, but it just does destroy his soul.
his soul is bound to the construct.
Doesn't matter. It can
So
just stop
destroy
the
the
jutsu.
construct destroys it.
It still destroys the soul. It doesn't matter why it destroys the soul, it just destroys the soul.
No, it matters in this case because the reason it does it is because it undoes the jutsu.
What? It
Naruto's
undoing
not
the
a
jutsu
jutsu.
doesn't matter.
It matters because the mechanism of how it works matters. The mechanism of why it destroys a Minato is because Minato is an Edo at that. So he's a soul bound into like a physical construct. And the thing is, the choosing orbs can undo that.
Yeah, it can just undo it without necessarily destroying the soul. That's possible, right? Hello, is that possible to happen?
I'm I'm not sure it is. Why?
No, is it like here in like a different world? Is it possible that it just functions like that?
I don't know. I don't
What?
think this was ever elaborated on.
The fact that like the Edo Tenseis destroy your soul, it's just blatantly shown. Like
Edo Tensei don't destroy this. Edo
they do
Tensei.
destroy your soul. Like we see
Okay,
when
show me
Minato
that.
goes up as a
But show
ghost,
me
like
that
he
the Edo
does not
Tensei
have.
destroy this.
I got you.
Because I'm pretty sure Toby Rama's soul got summoned twice as Itachi Rama. So if they were true that it
That's
gets
because he was in the
destroyed, he would
Reaper
only be
Death.
able to summon them
That's because
once.
he was in the Reaper Death Seal.
Okay?
The Edo Tensei destroying, or my bad, the True Seeking Orbs destroying the soul has nothing to do with that.
No, but you said the Edo Tensei destroys the soul. So
My bad.
if
I
the
meant the
Edo.
Truth Seeking. I meant the Truth Seeking Orbs destroy the soul.
Okay, can you show me the true sequel of destroying the soul?
Got you. Oh, there. Destroyed Minato's face.
What am I looking at?
What? What'd you say?
Where does it say that it destroys his soul?
It doesn't need to verbatim say it. Just shows it.
This doesn't even show him destroying the soul either.
It doesn't have his. You know how Minato got his arms chopped off in the war? When he goes up as a ghost, he just doesn't have his arms.
Yeah, because the soles of his arms would be bound to the Edo arm section. That's like
Has
somewhere in the
literally nothing to
battlefield.
do with that. His soul goes up from his body. He has no arms.
Yes, and because the sole of his arms would be more attached to the physical portion of his Edo Tensei arm. You know the souls
Okay,
in
but
Naruto can be
the
separated, right?
entirety of the entirety of Edo Tensei gets undone.
Yes.
Okay, so his arm should still be or the soul of his body should still be attached to the Edo Tensei, but it's not. Destroyed his soul.
The soul of his torso is attached to the Edo Tensei arm. Naruto. The soul of his arms would be attached to his Edo Tensei arm, which are not next to
What?
Naruto.
Those are the jutsu's been undone.
Yes.
So by your logic, his soul should just be on his arms now, but it's not.
No, the soul of his arms would be at his arms. You know in Naruto you can have
What?
like different portions of your soul be like cut off. Like you know that your soul of your arm can be separated from the soul of your body, right?
When is this shown?
When Orochimaru loses his arms and the Reaper soul only takes the soul of his arms.
Yeah, sure, but then like that just this doesn't help your point. Like he just gets his arms cut off, his soul is erased. He's not like only cutting. Even then, that helps my point. He's like still like cutting off parts of his soul.
No, he's cutting
He's
off
still
parts
destroying.
of his physical. No,
He's still destroying parts of his soul.
No, it's not being destroyed. What?
By your own
Listen,
logic, it is.
no, you don't seem to understand that your soul is bound to the physical construct, right? Do you understand that?
That sure,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. You kind of cut out for a
sure,
bit.
sure.
Okay, so if Miyato's arm gets cut off, right? Where do you think the soul of his torso would be? Like, would it be like with his arm section, or would it be with
Wait,
like his
I see what you're
body?
trying to argue. That's just blatantly wrong because we see when Edo Tenseis like get damaged, they don't just lose their shit. Like they don't just like lose their parts of their body, parts of their arm, parts of their head.
Because the jutsu reconstructs you. But in this case, when you're hurt by a truth seeker, which nullifies the jutsu, you won't be reconstructed.
It's still destroying his soul either way. Like
You haven't proven that yet.
yes, okay, even with your like weird interpretation, it's still the soul.
No, it cuts off the physical portion which the soul is attached to. See
It's
here, look.
still it's still cutting off the soul. Like
No,
it literally is.
it's not because the jutsu attaches his soul to the contract. So Miyato's arm will be in the arm. You see how like the arm isn't instantly like disappearing? Like when it's cut off, it's not like instantly gone. Like there's still physical arms there.
Sure, there's a physical arm there, sure, but he's
Okay.
still.
Okay,
Wait,
you know
still,
that if there's no soul, right? If there's no soul in your physical construct, it disappears, right?
what?
Would y'all mind if I like jumped in real quick, or do you want me to just stay silent?
Oh,
Yeah,
what is it?
Well, okay, so I think what Reggie is saying is like, yeah, he's saying that like, yeah, his arms can be cut off from the physical construct, like you're saying. His arms are like cut off from the physical construct, but it could be also cutting off that portion of the soul from the rest of his soul. So he's cutting off the piece of the soul.
Okay, no, I understand what he's saying. I'm saying that that isn't proven here because
it is by the fact that we don't see his arms still attached to his soul when he's rising back up to wherever.
No, his arms wouldn't be. What I'm saying is right now, he's basically just confirming the concept. He hasn't actually shown that the reason that Mito has no freaking arms here is because his soul got physically severed.
It got physically severed, and it got like severed on the soul. It just did both. There's no problem with that. There's no like contradiction within that. That's just like what's shown. Like, look, we can see his arms.
He has to prove that.
He doesn't have to prove that. It's just the most likely interpretation.
No, he does have to prove that. That's literally how this shit works. Because right now, all he's doing is just confirm the concept.
Well, okay, so we first off, then all right, I'll just explain how it's already proven. Then first off, we see the arm we see the soul without arms, so that's already implicative that the soul no longer has its arms. And then we literally earlier see that within the construct body that you guys are referencing, that also doesn't have its arms, so therefore it cut off both the soul's arms and the physical body's arms, so then it just did both.
Okay, no, but you see, in that case, the true sequence doesn't actually damage you on a soul level. It doesn't damage your soul.
How did he lose his arms then? How did his soul lose his arms?
Because it destroyed the construct, which as a mechanism messes it up.
It's still destroying the soul. It either way. If you say,
did you not hear the section where I said the mechanism matters?
Even if you say, oh, it's just destroying the mechanism, it's still destroying the soul. It doesn't matter.
Could you prove that the soul hold on,
sure,
somebody.
Let's you know what? Let's say, yeah, sure, it destroys the soul, but this wouldn't apply to something like that's a non-Edo. Unless you can show this by something that's like a non-Edo. So like if you stab freaking Naruto, this wouldn't apply. Because Naruto's not jutsu.
Doesn't matter, it's still destroying the soul.
Not directly.
Yes, it is. Like,
can you prove that it's directly destroying the soul?
Minato's soul got ripped off.
That's not proof. I've explained
it. It literally is.
No, it isn't.
That's proof that it destroys the soul. Like,
okay, you don't seem to understand.
What means it does that.
So, somebody...
You really should, because what you're doing right now is just making a fallacy. Yeah, I don't think you
understand. I'm not doing a fallacy. I'm just saying
because
it destroyed the soul, it destroys souls.
Hold on. Do you understand what confirming consequent is?
Please explain that.
It's when you assume... it's when you say something like, if Jubito were to damage the soul, right? If they could directly cut off the soul, then you would see Mito having no arms, right? And then you're saying, look, Mito has no arms. Therefore, Jubito's staff, his true secret orb, can directly destroy soul.
I know you're not trying to go with the prop logic. Okay, first off, I can put this into text and explain why Reggie's not affirming the consequence. So, here we go. I'll start like this. If Minato loses his physical arms and his soul's arms, then the truth-seeking orb would be destroying both. Now, first off, he's already proven that he's destroyed. So for the first premise, it'd be, okay, he lost his physical arm and his soul arms, which is displayed by the scans given, so that would follow suit. Premise 1 is supported, substantiated, whatever. Then, the truth-seeking
orbs... Where the hell did you post it?
I haven't posted it yet, I'm still writing it out. So, premise 1, substantiated, right?
What's the premise 1?
Premise 1 is that his physical arms and his soul's arms have been destroyed. That's substantiated and shown by the scans. Now, premise 2 would be that the truth-seeking orb would be destroying both, right? And that's shown by the fact that when the physical arms get destroyed by the truth-seeking orbs, the soul arms are also gone. So that's also substantiated. So the conclusion driven from this is the truth-seeking orb would be destroying both, and therefore his conclusion and entire premise and entire argument would be completely correct. So he would not be affirming the consequent. I'm not even going to post it in chat because I just did it in text. So you're just wrong. I don't know why you would use I don't know why you would try and use propositional logic to argue that point, but
just post it in text.
Sure, fine. Alright. Yeah. Hold on, let me get this. I need to get this simple.
Okay, but this is how it is. But that is basically Jeff's logic right now.
Let's see.
Wait, Jeff. Yo, read what I just put. Am I misrepresenting this, or is that what you're saying?
Here, let me just go through my scans.
Yo, Jeff.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah. You're
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
cutting out a bit, though.
Hold up, give me a second. I'll even jump back real quick.
I had to get the symbols. Give me a sec.
Okay. Go to questions in for Boneser. I just read what I type.
Yeah.
That is basically what you're saying, yes?
No.
Okay, it isn't?
No, it's not what I'm saying.
Okay, well, what are you saying then?
Okay, I said the truth-seeking orb, like, cut Minato's arms off. Minato's arms have no soul. So even if we go by your, like, weird interpretation that it only cuts it off due to, like, it severing jutsu connections or whatever, it's still cutting his soul.
Okay, in that case, yes, but this wouldn't apply to, like, a non-Edo construct. I said, sure, I
Again, I
can accept
asked you
that.
to prove that. I asked you to prove that.
The fact that there's no evidence for it, so you can't assume that.
What?
Because in what you're saying, right, we're saying, if I agree to what you're saying, right, of he cut Mito's soul, and you say, okay, you don't care how it does it, it does it through a mechanism, but it still damages soul. So yeah, it does damage Mito's soul. But we know that it does. We know that it damages through like a mechanism of nullifying jutsu. Naruto's not in jutsu, so it wouldn't apply in this case.
Okay. It nullifies jutsu, and the means that it does that is by destroying his soul.
Alright, I finished it. There you go.
Can you confirm that the means of destruction is by destroying the soul?
I literally showed that, and we just went over this.
No, because you don't have any basis for the means of destroying.
I do. Here, you said
so
you
then it
agree to
leads
what I
back to
said,
you
and then I
assuming
went
that the
back to
truth
what I
order
said in order
destroys
to
the
prove
soul.
my other point, and then you said, no, I never agreed to that.
With the thing that destroyed both. What? Wait, it's the truth sequel the thing that destroyed the physical and body from the truth.
Physical just meaning... Or sorry, let me rewrite that. By physical, I mean soul.
Okay, so the soul and the body.
Mm-hmm.
Then the truth thing, or was the thing that destroyed both?
So, first off, this is the original argument. The truth-seeking orb was the thing that destroyed both the soul and the body. Then the truth-seeking orb was the thing that destroyed both. So it destroys the body, right? And then we later see that the soul is missing its arms. Therefore, we can assume based off what's proposed to us.
No, okay, wait, no. This premise 2 isn't substantiated.
Presence 2
The
is...
truth sequel
Okay,
was the thing that destroyed
what
the soul
destroyed
and
his soul? What destroyed his soul's arms?
Well, okay, the destruction of his soul isn't even like established yet.
Of course it is. It's established by the scan presented. Oh my god.
It is by your own concession. Like,
And
I don't know why
somebody
you're
so
backtracking.
so
Yeah,
now
I'm saying
hold
it
on.
through a
So now somebody
Okay, therefore the truth sequel was destroyed both.
because we've given logical
fine.
reasoning as to why the soul would be the truth-seeking orbs would be the reason as to why the soul lost its arms. Now the burden of proof is on you to prove that something else destroyed the soul's arms. So now that's what you have to prove.
Was the thing that destroyed. Okay, wait, no, this conclusion I'm fine with. Wait, it's like, wait, no, this isn't what we're arguing though. But yeah, okay, no, what Hoodie posted, that's fine. Therefore, the truth was the first thing that destroyed both the soul and the body and soul arms. No, that's not what you're arguing. But okay, yeah, no, I'm fine with it. This is fine.
So you agree that the truth-seeking orb destroyed both Minato's physical physical body and its soul body.
Yes, through the mechanisms that we described. Yes.
Okay,
that's
so now,
fine.
But now, what do you have contentions with then?
Okay, why would what you said apply to Naruto? That's not
because Naruto. Wait, what are you saying, Jeff?
Okay, no, because we're not arguing. Okay, no.
Okay, he's saying, why would this apply to Naruto? Because we've only seen it work against Edos.
I mean, Orochimaru is a perfect example of this. The person literally steals his soul's arms. And, like, okay, hold on. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
What?
So, hold on. We see Orochimaru. He still has his arms. But because the, Reaper Death Seal took his soul's arms, he's still no longer able to use these arms he has that are still on the physical plane. So this would be able to be like, yeah, this makes sense as to why, somebody whose soul is just put into a body is just like the physical soul, or just like the soul embodied in a new body And B, this is supported as to why the soul would just be cut off from the physical body entirely in the case of what Orochimaru did, or happened to Orochimaru. So it would still apply to things that aren't. Well, yeah, but they fundamentally do the same thing in regards to the soul.
No.
Okay.
One of which... Wait, how is the Edo Tensei even similar to the Reaper Death Seal?
Okay.
One of them takes your soul and shoves it in the physical construct.
One takes your soul and puts it somewhere. They're just manipulating the soul. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both okay. Just because they manipulate the soul doesn't mean that they're the same.
That's not. They're not exactly the same, but for the conclusion we're coming to in this case would be the same.
Well, the mechanism isn't even the same anyways.
No,
it doesn't matter.
The mechanism's not what we're talking about. It's just in regards to the fact that they are using the soul and how they affect the soul.
Okay, sure.
So they both affect the soul in the way that we're describing here. So the truth-seeking orbs takes his arms, the Reaper Death Seal takes his soul's arms. So these would be equivalent. So it would be proof that it can work on regular dudes and not just Edo Tenseis. Just by logical reasoning.
How? No, okay, no. Well, you said that they both work the same way. One takes your soul arms and the other one destroys your physical and soul arms. Sure, okay, whatever. But the reason for why it's able to destroy your soul's arms in the first place, right? Okay, wait, by your logic, right? So if Sakura gets stabbed by like a truth-seeking, if what you say is true is that the Reaper Death Seal and the truth-seeking orb work in like a similar way, Sakura shouldn't be able to have like vital functions of her organs again after she regenerates, because she wouldn't be having that soul portion.
Sakura. That just means Sakura can just regen her soul.
Where did you come to that conclusion that you can regenerate a soul?
Because Sakura's regen's just fucking crazy. Like, she's the stated best regen in this verse.
Can you prove that it can regenerate a soul?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
The truth-seeking.
No, that's circular. You just assume that she can.
No, hold on. Okay.
Hold on. I'll just give an analogy. I'll just give an analogy. Let's say, like, our point goes through, and Naruto's able to grab a truth-seeking orb. And you say, well, what's the proof that Naruto can resist all these things that the truth-seeking orb has? And you say, just the fact that he can grab it. That's not, like, assuming anything. It's just stating a fact of what happens in the verse. Just shows.
Okay, yes. In this case, you assume that this point goes through, but this point hasn't gone through yet. I'm using this as a counter.
You've agreed that
your point hasn't gone through. Hold on, and besides, we know the mechanism Sakura's regen.
Okay, but in order to use it as counter proof, you'd have to agree to them.
So, Jeff, sorry. Somebody, you've agreed that the truth-seeking orb destroys the soul, right? Not the entirety of it, but like where you stab it or cut off the arms in this case would destroy the soul.
Yeah, but using like the definition that you described of if he cuts it off, then yeah, it's destroyed. But okay, that's not the conventional definition of destroyed. But go on.
Okay, it doesn't matter. So then we see this person use this truth-seeking orb, which destroys bits and pieces of the soul, to stab Sakura. Pulls it out. Sakura then heals from that attack. Then now we can assume this thing just destroyed her soul and she healed from it. Therefore, she can heal attacks on the soul. That's a relative.
No, because from what I've agreed to it being able to destroy the soul, I said through a mechanism through a mechanism due to the Edo body. Last I checked, Sakura's not a fucking Edo.
And we've already went past the point of why it wouldn't matter if it's an Edo or not.
No, you just said that it wouldn't matter because you akined it to the Reaper Death Seal. To which point I mentioned, no, it's not akin to the Reaper Death Seal.
You actually eventually... Whatever. Okay, let's go back to the Reaper Death... I didn't say anything. What are you talking about? Okay, so let's go back to the Reaper Death Seal point. Reaper Death Seal attacks Orochimaru's arms. It doesn't directly attack his physical body, but it takes his soul's arms, right? And that works on the physical person. That works on the physical body in the sense that it doesn't take the physical arms, but it takes the soul. Right? That's how the thing works?
It doesn't work on the physical at all. Like, his physical arms aren't even damaged.
Yeah, not in the sense that, like, it's physically damaged, but he can't use them anymore. He can't use his arms anymore.
Yeah, he can't use his arms. Okay,
so, truth-seeking orbs. They attack on the soul. That's what we know, right? They attack on the soul?
No, we don't know that.
We do. Why are you, like, regressing back to points you've already agreed upon? This is so weird. It's like you agree to one thing and then go back
to... Because you're saying it damages the soul, as in the point of, like, it can actually damage the soul normally. It doesn't do that.
Unless it's an Edo Tensei.
Yeah, unless it's an
Prove
Edo
that.
Tensei, because then you want to use
Prove
the
that.
weird ass definition of it
Prove that.
destroying it because it undoes some.
This is now your burden. Prove that. Prove your point here. So prove that it only works on the Edo Tensei.
The fact that it literally doesn't work on anything else.
We've seen it work on people's souls. We've seen people get stabbed by it.
Name one soul it has worked on.
Minato.
That's an Edo.
Okay.
Name one soul that's not an Edo.
Why? Why do I need to? What differs? What
because you said that you said you've seen
literally
it work on
no
what
living
Jesus?
character has ever been hit by a truth-seeking orb. I don't know why you're asking us to
Sakura?
do this.
Sakura
yeah, she
did,
just
and she
regens
healed,
them.
and she regen from the soul. Yes, that's fine.
Which you haven't proven.
Regen.
We know
soul?
how the mechanism for we know the mechanism how it works.
We know that Orochimaru. How did Orochimaru get his arms back, Jeff?
He just got them back to the Reaper Death Seal.
Oh, okay. So
He
we
took
so
the
now
soul and put it back in.
so we took the soul. So yeah, that's just what Sakura did.
No, because Sakura didn't go gut a Reaper Death Seal last I checked.
No, but she just took them back from wherever they go. You know how Minato rises back upwards and goes up to heaven or whatever?
He goes to Pure Land?
Sure, yeah. She took them back from the Pure Land.
We don't see that. What the fuck? We physically see Orochimaru taking
Wait,
the
we
arm.
don't see Naruto age in Boruto. Holy shit.
What?
He's still 16. Holy shit.
What are you talking about?
No, you guys try to make a false
He's saying
equivalent
because
to
we
this.
don't see it, it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I don't. Why? That's so weird.
No, I'm saying you. Oh, no, listen. You have to prove that she can regenerate her soul back.
And
We just gave a reason. She just got that shit back from the Pure Lands.
Do you have any proof for that, or you just make that shit up?
Sure, she got stabbed by the truth-seeking orb, which has been displayed to destroy souls.
No, this is circular. We're arguing
It's not
if it can
circular.
destroy
It's
souls.
not circular if one part of it's
Yeah,
proven.
it is.
If one part of it's proven. Okay, so
No,
hold on. Alright, so somebody. Okay. Thing destroys the soul. Truth-seeking orbs destroys the soul, and it destroys the Edo Tensei body. You're saying it only destroys the body, or it only destroys the soul because it's an Edo Tensei. That burden of proof would fall on you. Now you have to prove that the Edo Tensei is the reason why it's only affecting the soul. That's your burden of proof, and I'm just going to wait for you to do that. We're going to simplify this very much. That's your burden of proof, and you got to fulfill it. Or you can drop the point, and just that's easier.
What? What the hell are you on about? What?
You have to prove that you're making the claim that the reason that the soul is being destroyed is because the person is an Edo Tensei body. So now it's your burden of proof due to you making that claim when our claim is already pretty self-evidently substantiated. So now you're up. Now you got to go prove it.
No, you haven't substantiated shit because I've already explained that the Edo Tensei, your soul in the Edo Tensei is attached to your physical body.
That's fine. I get that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys agreed to that, right?
And then we show that the truth-seeking orbs also affects the physical body that the soul is attached to. Mind you, the physical body is not the soul in this case. The soul is just attached to it and is like relying upon it, which you've agreed upon.
Yes.
That's what we've been over. So it's attacking that. It's attacking that physical portion of it, and it's attacking the already separated soul. So if you're gonna and if you're gonna make the claim that the Edo Tensei is the reason that the soul is being attacked, you would have to prove that.
No, this is where you changed it a bit. Okay, with the part where you said it attacks the soul and the body, no, I'm saying that's not the case. You haven't proven that point, because what you've shown so far is that it can destroy things. We know for a fact that the soul is attached with this, so it falls that you destroy the physical body, right?
Uh-huh.
And you prevent it from regenerating back, the soul of Vito's arms will be at wherever the hell his physical arm is at.
It would be attached to where his arm faded away into like the little pieces of paper.
No, it didn't. I literally showed you a pic that it didn't.
Where's his arm? You might have showed Reggie that, but I didn't see that. I also don't see any scans of his arm.
Wait, what happened?
Did you not see his arm?
Where?
Right next to Obito's head.
Is that his arm? Yeah, I mean, it takes a second for it to fade away. It doesn't happen instantly.
What?
Nobody's going to Burger King.
What?
You?
It takes a second for it to fade away?
Yeah,
No,
sure.
it doesn't because Madara literally kicks a fucking arm into Kakashi.
Really? When? Wait, that would just be more reasoning. It just takes a little bit of extra time to do it. Yeah, it takes the second, kicks it into Kakashi, then it fades away. That's fine.
Because in the case of because the way in freaking Orochimaru does it, the second you take the arm away, the arm starts crumbling away.
The what?
If Madara can physically kick the arm, it still has form. It didn't like instantly shatter because we know Edo Tensei aren't even fucking durable.
Aren't even durable. They just have the same durability as their regular selves, but whatever.
Are you shitting me? You actually say that Edo Tensei have the same durability as their physical counterpart, as like their living counterparts?
Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't. That's an entirely separate topic that I don't care to discuss right now.
No, they don't. Can you show that they have the exact same fucking durability?
This is irrelevant. It's literally...
No, this is very relevant because you mentioned the point that it takes a while to disappear. I'm saying no, it doesn't, because if what you say is true, that the second you sever it, your arm is like destroyed, it turns into like a paper scrap.
That's the opposite of what I'm saying. I'm not saying the second it severs. I'm saying it takes a bit.
Okay, if it takes can you show that it even breaks down anyway? I can show that it doesn't break down.
Jeff,
you can't just say, "Oh, it might take a second." You would have to prove that.
Reggie, you got the scan of what's his name? What's the third Hokage's name? The third Hokage being like cut in half or whatever.
The fuck?
There's the
Wait, what do you mean?
Remember when the third Hokage got clapped up by the truth-seeking orb, and his like whole body?
Oh yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
That's not the same truth-seeking orbs.
Well, it's not the same truth-seeking orbs, but it's like... Wait, would it be different?
What the fuck?
Well, okay, there's like the incomplete... Actually, depending on what point it's for...
Incomplete Jubito. Right? What? Are you guys talking about incomplete Jubito?
I'm not sure. I just remember third Hokage getting clapped up by a truth-seeking orb, and then like having his whole entire body dissipate for a bit.
That's because his jutsu wasn't undone. That wasn't even like that. That's not full Jubito.
Why would it matter?
Because Jubito is not in control. Like he literally couldn't even fucking think.
No, that's not what I'm asking. Why would it change the fundamental like abilities of stop posting gifs of Jubito? The truth-seeking orb. Sorry. Why does that change that? Why does it change the properties of the truth-seeking orb?
Because this one doesn't destroy the soul. What?
Prove that.
Or this one doesn't even undo jutsu because he literally regenerates back.
Damn, he's also got soul regeneration. That's another explanation.
What the fuck are you talking about? This is the same jutsu. It doesn't undo the jutsu.
Yeah, and he regenerates from that. That's your point. And I'm saying, yeah, he can heal from soul attacks. This is not like uncommon. I don't see this is like proven by what I'm stating. You have to show like a scan. That's what I'm talking about for proof. Because
no, you just established that he could somehow come back because his soul fucking regen. Like that's your burden of proof. You still haven't.
It's not. You're the one who. I'm just giving an interpretation that would be consistent with my claim, which is already proven. You haven't shown that
this Jubito, right, is able to undo jutsu.
Why would we assume that he can't? Because we've seen other people do it. We've agreed that you can do it. Why would we assume he can't?
What?
Why would
we haven't seen him do it?
Why would we? We've seen the truth-seeking orbs do it. Why would we assume these truth-seeking orbs are any different?
No, okay, you see, those are different truth-seeking.
Why?
Those are truth-seeking orbs from like an actual perfect Jubito. You're using a different Jubito here.
Okay, why does that change the properties of the truth-seeking orbs?
What?
Why does that change the properties of the truth-seeking orbs?
The property, because the user forms the truth-seeking orbs however the hell they want.
Okay, why does that change whether or not it would destroy the soul?
They don't.
Why would that?
You haven't even shown that they destroy the soul. You're saying like, why does it prove it doesn't?
You've agreed. Okay, we've agreed that beforehand these truth-seeking orbs destroyed the soul when using the Edo Tensei.
No, I said destroy the body, and by mechanism the soul is separated. To which you want to say, okay, is the soul destroyed? So I'm like, okay, if you want to define it as such that it's separated, then yeah, you can define it as destroyed. But it's not in the conventional definition of you destroying a soul, which you want to affirm too. Okay. You're just making an association fallacy at this.
What?
Like, this
Why?
isn't even the same Jubito, and this
That's
Jubito
fine.
isn't
You would
even-
have to prove, like, okay, it would be fallacious for me to say that these truth-seeking orbs had been displayed to be different than the other ones, but because they're truth-seeking orbs, they'd be the same. That'd be an association fallacy. But because there's nothing contradicting the interpretation that they're the same, it wouldn't be an association fallacy because I'm just making an interpretation that's based on the obvious stuff.
No, this is very well shown because we see the third freaking Hokage regenerate.
Yeah, he has soul regeneration. I gave an interpretation that'd be consistent.
No,
with
that's not what. How is that soul regeneration? His fucking Edo regenerates.
Yeah, and you agree that the soul gets snapped off from the body along with the Edo Tensei's physical body, so his soul regenerates back to his arm, or back to his body.
What the fuck? Prove that.
It's displayed by the
This is
scans.
circular. You're just making an ad hoc thing, and you're saying, look,
I'm
this
an
is my,
ad
like,
hoc, what the fuck?
Shut up! Listen, you're just trying to make an ad hoc rescue to this, and you're saying, look, because I can re-explain the ad hoc there, this serves as evidence, which is circular in the first place. You still haven't shown that this Jubito is able to freaking, like, annihilate souls in any capacity.
Well, okay, so we've agreed that it separates for the soul, in your, like, weird definition. It separates the soul from the Edo Tensei body, along with separating the Edo Tensei's physical arm from the body as well. So
The soul's not separated from the Edo Tensei body. Like,
okay,
the
it's
soul's still
attached to
with
the
the
arm,
Edo
whatever.
Tensei
So
body. It's just
but
that
it
in
affects the soul. But it
case of
affects the soul. It
perfect
doesn't matter.
Jubito,
But it
will
affects the soul.
split your Edo Tensei.
But it affects the soul. So now we see Hashirama get hit by a truth-seeking orb, and we see his arm get, like, knocked off. We see Hashirama then regenerate from this, and now you're making the claim that these truth-seeking orbs would be different. This is now your burden to prove because there's no reason to assume my stance is incorrect.
What the hell?
Alright, go on, bro.
Where the fuck is Hashira? What?
Sorry, Hashirama, third Hokage.
You realize that Obito, you realize Obito gets the ability to, what's his face? He can toggle that shit.
He can talk about shit?
He can toggle it.
Fuck.
He can
What are
manipulate
you-
the truth
what?
orbs? Is that what you're talking about? Like how he can, like,
Yeah,
shift
he
their
chooses
form?
when to make it cut through shit or not. Like,
What the fuck?
What does that have to do with anything?
it
I don't
means he
even
needs
know
to
what
be
he's
fully
talking
conscious
about.
to ensure that it undoes a jutsu.
Why? Why is that even implied?
Because this one is insane, and therefore
What?
there's no evidence that
What
he's
the fuck?
undoing the Edo
What the
Tensei.
fuck?
This one is insane.
It's insane?
This
Yeah.
one's insane.
Yeah, I don't see why this would just...
Imperfect Jubito is not even thinking properly. What the fuck?
Hold on. Also, that's the most circular argument ever. He needs to be conscious in order to use it because this one's insane and he's not conscious. So he doesn't
No,
do
we
it.
know it
Okay, why do we know it?
because Perfect Jubito at first isn't able to cut through Ginto's like Edo ass fucking dagger thing, and then he will. And then he
Yeah, but we
makes, like,
already gave a separate interpretation that it would have done that to Hiruzen. It's just that he has it's just that he has soul regeneration.
No, that's literally circular because you haven't shown
No, it's not.
freaking soul regeneration to even be a thing.
We
You're
have
just
though.
assuming that he, like, regenerates his soul. I can physically show you that freaking Obito can't fucking think in.
No, but we've
perfect-
shown that he can regenerate his soul
Where?
by the fact that he regenerated from truth-seeking orbs.
That's circular.
That's not circular.
Yeah, it is.
Saying character A can regenerate from this because they regenerated from this is circular.
You haven't shown that the reason for him being able to generate back is because he can regenerate a soul. What you're saying
What?
is character A can regenerate back a soul, right? It can regenerate back from soul destruction, which isn't even freaking clear yet because he can regenerate back from a soul. That is literally circular.
It's not
Yeah, it is.
I don't even think that's circular in the way that you described it. We said character A, that being Hiruzen, regenerated his soul. We know truth-seeking orbs can destroy your soul.
No, we don't.
But
You're
then why
trying to say
you literally moved on. Hold on, wait.
No,
You literally
no, listen,
moved
you're
on
trying to
from that
establish that
and
choosing orbs
agreed that it
destroy your
can destroy
soul.
the soul on Edo Tensei's. You're just being a rat at this point.
No,
Every
I'm
time
not.
you
You're
lose
just
a
being
point, you
idiot.
just go back to the
You're
old
just
one.
retarded at this point. Listen, you're trying to
Back, I just
establish
put
that
my
truth
voice in the
seeking
dryer.
orbs can destroy a soul, right? Because that was literally your lie. You're trying to say truth seeking orbs can destroy a soul, and and then you're literally saying Hiruzen now is able to regenerate a soul because the truth seeking orb destroys a soul, which you haven't substantiated yet, is able to
You're
come
just.
back somehow.
I don't know. You're just either lying or being dishonest at this point.
No, that's what
Because you agreed that they destroy souls.
Yo, how many times do I have to fucking tell you this?
Hold on.
Oh my god.
Somebody, can I tell you what a circular argument would be so you can understand it now, please? It's getting annoying. Like,
I'd really rather you just give me a scan showing somehow that Hiruzen can somehow regenerate a soul. Either give me a scan that says
hold on.
This guy, hold on. This guy is just like solely based off of feats. If he does not see a character do something, he's just like, hell no, they can't do that shit.
Hold on.
You can give a statement as well, which doesn't exist, but
Do
go
you-
for it.
Do you still think our argument is circular?
Considering the fact you don't have evidence, yeah.
Okay.
And you're just ad hocing to give you to like
Hold on. So
give an explanation, yeah.
I'll give you an example of what would be circular. Hiruzen has soul. Hiruzen can regenerate the soul. Why can he regenerate the soul? Because he got hit by the truth-seeking orbs and regenerated from it. Why do the truth-seeking orbs destroy the soul? Because Hiruzen got hit by them and he had to regenerate his soul. That would be circular.
That's literally your argument.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not even close.
Are you guys
Okay.
exactly debating?
They're
Yeah.
trying to say that Truth-seek orbs can destroy the soul somehow, and Hiruzen can regenerate. Their logic is because Hiruzen regenerates from a soul-destroying orb somehow, and there's no evidence whatsoever that Hiruzen can regenerate the soul.
Yeah, he
It's
just
just
straight
like
up just lied.
So hold up.
How am I lying? That's literally what you got.
Hold up. Is this like a open discussion or a debate? I want to know if I could chime in or
I
not.
guess so, because I asked and he said sure, but if he has some contentions to that, then it's something.
All right. Well,
Like, I was
You
originally
do-
just recording, but...
so if you want like an actual statement, you do realize like the true singular is stated to erase like chakra, which is like spiritual energy. So it'll be equivalent to like a soul.
Chakra isn't a soul.
It's a spiritual energy.
Just ignore
No, chakra is
everything
made
he
of
said.
spiritual energy.
What's
Chakra's-
going on here?
Chakra is made of spiritual and physical energy.
Yeah.
So if it's erasing a spiritual energy, it should have the same ability to
No,
erase any
because
spirit.
just because it can erase chakra doesn't mean it can erase spiritual energy. That's not how it works.
That's
wait,
literally
wait.
what it is.
Wait, do you think being spiritual energy isn't being spiritual? What?
What? What the hell is
like-
being spiritual? What?
He's saying that,
Okay.
like, chakra would be the mixture of spiritual energy. Like, you can dissipate the physical aspect of chakra, but, like, if you're also dissipating the spiritual aspect of chakra as well,
It should.
it would be
is
the same
literally-
as destroying the soul.
Yeah.
But how does that follow? What?
All right. So the reason is because chakra is a spiritual energy. It comes from the person's like spirit, their soul. Like, if you really want me to go down the line between those two, I can. But since
No.
they're both,
Chakra
So-
is made from it, right? It's like a
so it's made from it, right?
yeah.
So what? So do you not believe something? It's made from a soul. So it's would be equivalent of it. It's like this water is made from ice. It still would be water.
No,
right?
okay, listen. Like making something from something, just because something is made from something doesn't automatically make it so that you can destroy whatever is made. It means that you can go up the chain.
Do you
Here, let me
think,
give you like a
Like,
let me give you
Well,
like
what is
a
this? This is
fourth
like
grade
this is like
analogy.
fallacy of
Let's say,
composition.
hold on, wait. Let's say I have lemonade and I put it in like a pot and I start boiling out the lemonade. It's a combination of lemon and water. That means that you can evaporate both lemon and water.
No, you can only evaporate water. What the fuck?
What?
Okay, he gave you an example. Okay,
His example failed epically.
No, it really
I'm
didn't. That
talking
was
about
actually a good
lemon
example.
juice, not just lemons. I'm not saying you
like
can just like.
he's not like a solid.
You think you can't evaporate lemon juice?
You evaporate the water out of it. The residue behind is like the lemony crap.
Oh, what?
It's like your flavoring and whatnot.
Do you not think you can evaporate this lemon juice? Like,
I don't even know what to say to that.
do you think like certain? Well, okay. Do you think you can evaporate milk?
Sure.
Okay. So replace an example from lemon to milk. That's what he's basically saying. He's separating the two, but he could still do it to both. That's what Jeff said. That's what his hypothetical is, and that's is
Okay.
in line with what chakra does, or the truth seeking orb does to chakra.
That's not necessarily the case, though.
Best debater right there.
Why wouldn't it be?
Why would it be?
Okay, you can't shift the burden of proof. I'm asking.
What do you mean?
I have the positive claim.
You said that this is how it works. You haven't established why would that be the case.
I literally explained that they're both spiritual energy. He's able to nullify chakra, which is both a physical and spiritual, and thus if he's able to nullify both of them, he'll be able to together he should be able to nullify both of them separately. That's my case, and you're saying that's not how it works. At this point, you have to establish why.
Because what you're doing so far is you're attributing the properties of the parts to the whole, and that's not necessarily the case because it can be. Because I forgot what the fallacy is called. I'm pretty sure it's like fallacy composition or something, where you're attributing attributes of what it's made of to the entire whole. That's not how it works. You would have to show that in this case, in this example of truth seeking orb, right, that the method of it being able to nullify chakra also relates back to it being able to nullify spiritual energy, even though spiritual energy is a portion of chakra.
Okay, if it's a portion, it's still able and still nullifies it. It's still nullifying it, so it's not a fallacy. Secondly, the conversation fallacy is not even how it goes like that. So I don't know what like fallacy you're talking about.
What's this about?
Truth-seeking orbs erase souls.
Really? That's like, what this over? I thought it was way more interesting than that. That's kind of a...
Originally, it's supposedly that Harrison can regen his soul. I'm not arguing for that.
No, it goes way back. It goes way
it's even farther. So like this is like a huge derail. Oh
yeah,
shit!
It's like an enormous derail. It started off on whether what's it called? On whether Naruto can resist piercing attacks. I don't know how the hell it got here.
Can you resist piercing attacks?
I don't know why. Resist piercing attacks. What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, what?
This guy thinks like fucking truth-seeking orbs are like.
Do you think like a
truth-seeking orbs should be like above soul vaporization?
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was pretty clear that they do erase, parts of the soul that it hits.
Yeah. But. So I'm just gonna. Oh yeah. Then what about
What? Oh, Minato's
I just realized. Yeah, Minato's arm. I was about to say.
Yeah, we bought that up, and he just he derailed to this.
Okay. I didn't derail. I explained why that doesn't prove shit.
Okay. Why doesn't prove anything? Because we weren't here.
Okay, because let me go up and grab the scan. Shit, right? How about this one? Like where Vito shows up with no fucking arms, right? Yeah. Okay. So you want to run through your logic of how this shows that it damages the soul again, or?
So what do you mean? Like he showed up without his arm? You do realize this is towards the end after like Kaguya when Miyato's going away.
Yeah.
Before then, they talk about how the reanimation jutsu is just a soul.
No, it's a soul stuffed into a physical body.
Where you guys putting scans at?
And well, I found it in question for Bone Surf.
Oh yeah,
Fuck
that's
you
what.
putting them in there.
Because
Yeah,
that's the one that we've been using for like I don't fucking know how long.
Just put it in the debate chat.
Yeah.
Where's that?
It's like 5 channels up. Wait, like no, it's like
What?
8.
Debate chat.
It's the 6 chats under text
6
chat.
chat down, yeah.
Okay. There, it's there.
Okay. So
There.
you do realize you need a healthy soul? Like you actually need a soul for the reanimation jutsu?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the whole point of reanimation jutsu is they keep like coming back. They can regenerate from anything. The whole point of his arm going away was the fact that it nullified the soul. It got rid of that soul of him.
No, it nullified it nullified the jutsu, which is why it doesn't regenerate fast.
Ooh,
Freaking
now we're at a
Toby-
crossroads. So is it a jutsu or is it soul erasure? Is there evidence for either?
No, it's a jutsu
It's
erasure.
both.
Freaking Toby Raba literally states that.
It's both.
Does he?
Yeah, he literally says it nulls the jutsu. Oh,
Wait,
whoa.
Doing that is consistent because it like destroys spiritual energy too. So it can just like destroy spirits and spiritual energy. That's fine.
Where does it say it destroys spiritual energy?
It
Destroys chakra. It's just spiritual energy.
Okay, we're going around
No,
in
chakra
circles.
is made of spiritual energy and
Oh
physical
my-
energy. Saying that just because it dissipates chakra, that dissipates
Yeah.
spiritual energy.
And
is
then
a
I gave
fallacy.
a eliminate analogy, and you just didn't like.
Bro, it's
didn't
literally
do
called
that.
the fallacy of division. All right, I literally want to
Shut
look
up.
it
Okay.
up for you. Happy now?
Fallacy of division. Let me look this up.
Yeah.
Fallacy of division.
The fallacy of division is literally the
The-
opposite of what you said.
Also, the fact that this doesn't even like work
What
for
you're bringing something is
the-
true
we're-
of
we're
one or
not-
more
we
parts
don't-
from the fact that it's true of the whole. Yeah, that's
we-
exactly what you're doing. You're inferring that
We
because
don't-
two these orbs can destroy like the whole, or in this case, can dissipate chakra, that it dissipates one or
Okay.
more of its parts.
Well, here's the problem with this is this doesn't work. Like no matter how you word it, because what we're saying is it disrupts and destroys chakra because it's destroying it as a whole, and thus if it's destroying it as a whole, it's destroying all the parts.
Yeah,
This
that
is
doesn't
different
mean you
fr-
can destroy
no,
the
this is
parts
different
individually.
from this. Yeah, it actually kind of does. This is like destroying
How?
a robot, and if the robot falls apart, I can't destroy the arms now. I can't destroy the copper wires. No, that's completely different from this. This is stating that if one, like for the example, if Jefferson Elementary eats a lot of ice cream for the second grade, that means Carlos's second grade is the same. That's completely
What the
different.
fuck?
I'm using the example of the fallacy you're using. It does. We don't fall online in that fallacy.
Yeah, you do.
No, we don't.
Yes?
Oh.
No, because what you're saying is A is a part of B, right? So in this case, A would be your spiritual
No,
energy, whatever.
no. What we're saying is, since we destroy A, B is an A, thus we can destroy B because it was in.
No, individually you cannot.
Why not? Why can't we destroy B?
Because that's yet to
individually?
be established.
Oh, you know what it was established when we also destroyed A in whole.
Yeah, so you're saying because the whole can be destroyed, right? Or a whole, or
Okay,
two
if I
people have the property of being
if
able to
I
destroy
destroy
the whole,
a house,
now magically get
Oh,
the property of being able to
okay,
destroy
somebody.
B.
If I destroy a house, does that mean I destroy the walls inside, or does it mean I can't destroy the walls inside, the wooden beams?
You don't necessarily have to. You can destroy a house.
Oh my god!
You pulling out
You're
some
being
example
very
doesn't help
stubborn.
you in this case.
You're being very stubborn.
No, you're just failing at explaining. You're failing at understanding what the fuck
No,
fallacy is.
look, you're just trying to link a fallacy on this that doesn't work for you. I'm sorry.
No, it's like by literal definition of fallacy, so you guys don't
It's
understand
not
that.
a fallacy.
It very clearly is.
It would have been a fallacy if it was shown that we can't disrupt our if it wasn't disrupting chakra. But chakra is made of multiple things and it disrupts it as a whole. The thing is,
Yeah, your linchpin is
listen. Since we're destroying everything, because everything in chakra, that means we're also destroying the parts itself. You could say well, not individually, individually, you could say that no, we haven't destroyed a soul individually, but we're doing it with chakra, so we are destroying it.
so it has the property of nullifying chakra. It doesn't have the property of being able to nullify soul, which is literally the point that
It's literally no fault. It's literally doing that because chakra is filled with spiritual energy.
No, see,
Both
that's
spiritual
the
and
point I'm
physical.
making. Your linchpin is that it's literally chakra energy is within the spiritual energy is within the chakra, and because it can nullify chakra, it somehow means it can nullify the soul energy
Look,
like
I'm
individually.
just gonna bring back Jeff. If I have fucking lemonade and I able to evaporate and break it up into parts and just make both evaporates, that still would be me destroying both lemon juice, and water. That's what's going on here. Like this is me destroying the type of this is me like destroying a fucking metal pool, and now you're saying I can't destroy the specific compounds that make up those metals. But I'm destroying them while destroying the metal pool.
In that case of destroy, you're not you destroying the case where the true secret or is destroying chakra. Those are two.
Like if
You're
okay,
switching
I
definitions.
erased that. Okay, I erased the metal pole. I'm still erasing the compounds that make up the metal pole. So it will be working the same way as the true seeking orb does to chakra.
Okay, can you show that you can erase the individual compound? Oh, so like say you had a steel pole and you can somehow erase steel. Can you show me that you can somehow erase a fucking iron pole now?
Yeah, I just erased the iron compounds that were in the steel, in the pole, and thus I can.
That's what? That's not even how it works. What? Okay.
Like,
oh my god.
I'm literally using a different example, and you already know my line of logic is yes, I erase the compounds, I erase what's ever made up that steel pole. So thus, if you have the same compound in the same size as that pole, I can erase as well because I've shown the ability to erase both.
No, you've shown the ability to erase.
I've shown the ability to erase it. Okay, that's all that matters. You're trying to.
What matters is what you erase. So if you only have the ability to erase steel,
if you're trying, no, what you're trying to do is split it up. So you're trying to downplay the feat, but it doesn't work because no matter what, we still erased it. That's just how it goes.
I'm not denying that you erase like the spiritual portion in the chocolate. What you're trying to elaborate is that you can erase. What you're trying to say is that you can erase the spiritual portion just individually without the physical portion mixed in, and that doesn't follow.
Why? Okay, hold up. Do you think like just because there's like a physical another portion, it automatically makes the other part like different?
Yeah, literally describe that if you have a physical portion, you make fucking chocolate. So yes, it is different by definition.
No.
Yes.
No. You realize what I mean is a portion is like you think adding a physical portion makes the spiritual portion just something completely different, just not a soul anymore.
Yeah, it literally turns into chocolate, which is completely different.
And when I'm not saying they become something different, like you mix water and lemon, you get lemonade. What I'm saying is, if you add lemonade, that thing, the water portion is no longer water. It's a completely new substance, something entirely different.
That could be the case. What?
Okay, do you have any proof for that?
I said that could be the case. You would have to show that you would have to show that the
Well,
individual
couldn't.
portion.
So it would still be.
My proof is
It would still
literally
be spiritual
inverse.
evidence.
What?
It's to still be spiritual energy, and thus they could get a race. Like we're going in circles.
No, that's not how it works here. I've literally been trying to explain this thing. Okay, fine. Oh, you know what? Let me think of an analogy. Okay.
Literally every debate he has goes in circles, by the way.
Why do you tell me this?
Just wait till he starts changing his definition. That's when you know he's gotten serious.
I didn't change my definition in like the way you're trying to say.
No, I never said that you did. I'm just saying, wait till you do.
Wait till I change my definition.
Yeah, you're about to.
Okay, somebody keep going.
What?
Just do your analogy.
All right, fine.
Because this is going in circles. Let's see if this doesn't. Let's going in circles.
Okay, fine. That's like, okay, let's say I have like fucking like sodium metal and some shit and like some fucking chlorine gas, right? I put that shit together. If I put that shit together, I'm gonna get like table salt out there, okay? That table salt is completely different from the chlorine gas that I put in the first place. You have the ability to like remove fucking table salt or like fucking eat table salt, right? Doesn't magically make it so you can fucking eat chlorine gas or like do whatever.
Okay. So the difference is we're talking about erasing. So if I was able to erase salt, I'll be able to erase chlorine gas.
Oh, what the fuck are you about erasing? How the?
You mean
like what's your standard? What's your standard equivalent to being able to erase them? And how does that relate to?
Okay,
if you
so
can erase
my standard of erasing things. So let's say if I had a piece of paper and I have a drawing. Now I just erase that drawing from existence. That's what I'm doing to you. I have a pencil. I'm just erasing you. So what I did to that salt was erase it out of existence. It's no longer possibly there. I did not blow it up. I did not burn it. There's no vapors in the air. It's just completely gone. No form of it at all.
What?
Okay? And thus I could erase this. Because I showed the ability to erase it.
There's no physical equivalence for that. You're just attributing the fact that if you can erase the whole of something, you can erase all its composition parts.
Hoodie, Jeff, why didn't you warn me he was like this?
But he was just too quick. Too quick with it.
Okay. We're going in circles because this entire thing is still ended up the same thing, even with your example. So let's go back to Naruto piercing attacks. Because this is humongous derail. Do you really think Naruto, if he got shot with a gun, like, he wouldn't resist that?
If you got shot with a gun, you'll be dead. Like what?
No.
Oh,
I got shot multiple times with a gun. I'm still standing like a Chad.
Okay, what? Unless you're gonna say that, oh, he got like shot in the foot, and then it's like, okay, yeah.
I'm just mean, do you think if he got shot, do you think he'll actually hurt?
Yes.
Okay. Do you actually know how force is applied with small projectiles, and why guns and knives are considered sometimes durability negation?
What? Guns and knives are durability negation?
It's a small form, but it's okay. So the reason why is actually that humans can actually produce more force in their fists and punches than an actual gun. I don't know, like into some guns at least.
You want to give a source for that?
I have to get this, but hold up.
I mean, sure, but you want to say like it can generate more force, but like, okay, What's the amount of energy transfer?
So here's the thing. The reason why a gun or
Wait,
like
so did
why
you
we don't
post it?
pierce. Hold
wait.
up, I'm grabbing it. You're asking like questions.
Okay, sure.
So, I gotta do the math. I need to grab an example gun real quick.
Somebody, how strong you think Naruto is? Just like in terms of durability, AP and shit. Like, how strong do you think he is?
I
don't know. I don't see how that's relevant.
it actually is relevant. When
How?
when I bring up my example, you understand.
I just want to see your. I just want to see your source of the force thing, and you will explain how knives are durable.
Okay. Well, I'm bringing up the calculation using a
Wait.
pocket pistol.
Somebody, like yesterday, you were low key implying that you thought Naruto was like planet level, but you just wanted the feet. So, do you think he's like planet level?
I once again, I don't see how this is relevant. I just want to see.
It is relevant. Like,
how?
Do you think Naruto just gets shot with a normal ass Glock and then just
okay.
and takes a planet takes a planet level attack?
Fuck. What's FPS on this?
He probably won't be. He can't take a planet level attack, but whatever.
But do you think he's planet level?
No.
Strong you think he is?
Below that? I don't know. Like fucking.
Just give any like reasonable thing where you think he's at.
Sure, multi-continental, whatever.
What? So you think he's like multi-continental and can output like that amount of force, but he can't like tank that amount of force?
When you say somebody is at X amount, like say someone like planet level, there's no like you're saying that's how much energy they output. There's no such thing as a planetary level amount of force.
My fault. What'd you say?
What do you consider planetary level amount of force?
Like somebody being able to destroy a planet, or a feat that's equivalent to that.
Do you want like?
Yeah, but then you're measuring energy.
Do
that's
you want
not
the
a measure of
for
force,
that?
though. Joules isn't a measure of force. Like there's no such thing as a planetary level amount of force.
I don't know it off the top
there's a
of my
planetary
head.
level amount of energy.
Hold up, I could grab the thing real quick.
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
Here. So we're gonna. If you want planet, it's 5B, 59.44 zetatons to 2.7 yotatons.
Yeah, what the fuck is units of this?
Those are joules.
Yeah, okay, joules is a measure of energy, not force.
Do you not think you have to literally? Do you not believe like energy is converted into like joules? Do you not think like force can be like to that? Do you want to talk? The next one is TNT, by the way, like the equivalent to how many TNTs you need.
Okay, and you don't seem to understand that the same amount of force can give different amounts of energy. There's no such thing as a planetary level amount of force.
Why do you think there's a range? You need like a certain amount of joules. You do realize this, and to
That's
and
not
you
what
have
I'm
to
talking about, though.
and you oh my god. Do you think like giving a force isn't like converted into like joules?
You can convert it to joules. Like if you want to convert how much.
Okay, there you go. Convert the planetary fucking joules we have right there. Okay, it's actually the third line. Okay, I'm sorry. The first one is convert a different type of energy. The second one's TNT, and the third row is joules. Okay, so convert 2.487 times 1032 to force, and there you go.
That's not how it works. You need to know the mass of whatever the hell you're throwing at. Like if this is like all kinetic energy, right? you would need however much mass I had and how long I was traveling to get force out. So
Why do you think
back to
there
my
isn't?
point, there's no set amount of force required to get this amount of energy. So how would you propose I convert this back into force? Do tell me.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it real quick right now.
Okay.
All right. You could probably just look up joules to force. I have to write that out normally enough. Okay, I found a calculator.
What happened?
He is literally asking convert the force equals joules, or of joules don't equal force.
They don't.
Somebody47. How you been, man?
Who are you?
I don't know.
Damn, destroyed.
Yeah, I just got destroyed right there.
This is going away from my example from earlier.
Just get your example.
Jeff, you do that. Jeff, you grab that.
Wait, what?
I have to grab. You do like the force thing.
Alright.
So, what have you guys
Bruh.
moved on to now?
Force
So
to
I'm going
joules.
to I'm going to explain to him. So here is a pocket pistol using the velocity of the how much they can shoot and what the energy they can provide amount of joules is a 100. It's 110. Okay. So now I'm gonna grab
What?
the
You're gonna laugh
average.
at this one. You're gonna laugh at this one, everyone.
29 grams? What?
You're gonna laugh at this
No,
one.
it's not 29 grams. It's 29 gr. It's the mass of what they use for bullets. I'm using a pocket pistol, mind you, because my
What's
example
GR?
earlier, gr. I don't know what gr is. I looked up the mass of a bullet. I looked out. This is using gr, so I put in gr, and that's what I got for that for a pocket .22 pistol. This is the lowest pistol I'm using as an example because, as I stated earlier, a punch can have more energy applied than a bullet than some guns, and I'm using this one as my example. Also, thank you, Jeff.
Grain is less than a gram, by the way.
Okay, sure.
So it's a grain. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay, so it's a mass 27 grams, whatever. Okay, so you get 110 joules. Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, are
And
you just trying
then-
to show like how the speed of something can massively increase the output, even if it's like a tiny bullet?
Not even that, just the fact that a bullet's in a small attacking a small surface area is a small form of durability negation.
Oh, okay.
And that also helps too. But yeah. So then here's the and then here's the average punch speed of a human. 135 to 150 joules. This is from an average person.
Sure.
Meaning that we technically punch harder than this pocket pistol. But this pocket pistol can still go through our arms and make us bleed. The reason for this is because they're dispersing their energy into a very small fucking surface area. And
Yes,
that's why it's
okay.
able to negate this. Now, it's now we have a sheet of fucking metal this pistol wouldn't do anything. That's what it will be doing to Naruto. Because a sheet of metal has more raw durability than us. And Naruto is shown to have a lot more durability than us, as he's able to tank attacks that are strong enough to, at bare minimum, destroy mountains. And that's not even including the planetary stuff he's able to contest with.
You assume that durability is just like one raw stat when there's different types.
I mean, I'm not inserting there's I'm not doing that. You do realize what I'm doing is I'm showing you an example of Naruto being able to resist a piercing attack that's super low because he has a lot more raw durability. That's just my example.
What the hell is raw durability?
So there's a bunch of different types of durability, okay? There's conventional, there's raw, okay? So raw durability is more like blunt forces and stuff. And it can handle attacks and stuff. Something like, example, a sheet of metal is more durable than a human can be when it comes to taking blows. If the metal is strong enough, it could tank bullets, and it'll only take like a tiny dent. Naruto is more durable.
Well, it depends on how thick your metal is.
Obviously.
So yeah, how thick are you talking? And when you say it has more raw durability,
I'm just saying in general. Okay, I'm using just in general. Okay, just
a metal in general. Okay, so
a metal fucking door. A metal fucking door. Okay, it doesn't have to be this complex, bro. It's a metal fucking door is able to tank pocket bullets. Okay, we're able to put more force than that, but we still get hurt. But the metal door won't get hurt. Okay, in this hypothetical, whatever. Naruto has more durability than that door and us, so thus a bullet wouldn't hurt him. It would do the same thing, just bounce off.
How do you know that he's more durable than said door?
Because he's able to produce more energy than the bullet, or that it costs to destroy a door. He's able to blow up mountains, and he's able to survive attacks that can destroy mountains.
Yes, but his attacks don't scale to his durability.
Yes, it does.
Why? Do
you not know third law like Newton? Every action have a opposite reaction. If he's providing force, is he creating this force? He has to also take back. So when he does a Rasengan, he has to take back the force of that Rasengan. And if you're gonna say there's no example of someone had to take that force in Boruto had to take back the giant Rasengan that did to take out Momoshiki, and you can tell it was hurting him because it was twisting his arm and actually breaking the sleeve.
Yeah, okay. You realize, like I said before, force and energy are two different things.
Look what Jeff posted. Also,
yeah,
Jeff,
what about it?
Speak before I get an aneurysm.
Yeah, what about it?
What does that say?
Newton.
What is Newton's? What is Newton's?
Measure
That's force.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's literally converting newtons into joules.
No, he's converting to joules per meter.
Jeff, tag in for a second. I'm about to shoot myself.
Yikes. I would, but I don't know what the point is.
I said Jeff, not you, Hoodie.
Fuck
You're fine.
You wait.
Well, I would say you personally, but I know you're not. You haven't been here.
Alright, I'll retract my fuck you.
I swear I'm dealing with people that don't know how to beat shit.
You're just fucking.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You're just stubborn and just won't understand when you lost so badly.
How? I've literally just explained to you that this isn't joules.
You didn't explain anything. We found a converter.
Dude, joules per meter
that's not true.
This dude is the definition of everybody's wrong, I'm right, that's final. You're the definition of it. It's hilarious.
It's funny because you can't read Newton joules per meter conversion table.
Matter of fact, here. you said piercing damage is like stabbing damage at the start, right?
Sure.
Okay. You're aware truth-seeking orbs are likened to Onoki's particle style, right?
Pardon?
Truth-seeking orbs are likened to Onoki's particle style.
Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure that was for Bruisen before you knew anything, but okay.
What?
Pretty sure Hiruzen said that.
Yeah.
And he said it's likened to Hiruzen's particle style because it has like 4 or more chakras.
Hiruzen's particle style? Yeah, it doesn't matter why, it's just stated to be like particle style, right?
Yeah, because he thought at that point it has more than 4 chakras.
Yeah, and he's just like he says that it's like particle style. That's a completely different sentence. It's not even the same
for
scale.
Bone Surf. Like, yeah, he directly says it's similar to Inoki's particle style. The only difference, it's fluid. It can shift to being either offensive or defensive, and can be continuous maintenance. He's basically just saying that it's just more better because he has more control, and it's not like a solid beam. He's able to mess with its shape. That's it.
You have the skin for that?
It's literally in question for Bone Surf.
Question.
I can send it again.
Wait. Question.
Like, it's above yours.
Yeah, it's similar to Inoki's particle style, but it's fluid in shape. It can shift either offensive, it can be continuous communication. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like particle style. Like, you know, particle style dismantles like atoms and whatnot.
Oh, it disassembles the 2 atoms.
What? I can't hear what said.
She said
it disassembles the 2 atoms.
No, it like picks apart your atoms, from what I remember. Like on the molecular level.
Yeah, I can get the data
apart.
entry.
Fuck, how? I can't even zoom in on this shit. Nice, dude.
Yeah, it disintegrates them to a molecular level.
Okay.
Same thing, whatever.
Okay, so it's like on a atomic, whatever level you want to call it. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so it disassembles it to a molecular level. All right.
Yeah, you know Naruto resists truth-seeking orbs, right?
Okay.
Okay,
What do you
so
mean
he resists
resist?
stabbing
Like,
attack.
did he mean he kicked one back? Yeah, okay.
He doesn't get like dismantled by touching truth-seeking orbs.
He literally kicked it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, casually.
Yeah, so you resist stabbing attacks.
There you go.
How exactly dismantling something stabbing attack?
Here, okay, so by your definition, you said it's a stab, right? A stab is to thrust a knife or other pointed weapon into somebody, right?
Yeah, that would be like a piercing attack. Yes.
No. I'll go into it. So it's like point here.
Okay, how
A narrowly wait, stop. A point is a narrowly localized place, right?
Okay.
Yeah, this is narrowly localized to the point where it's like molecular. So it's not even just like a narrowly localized place. It's one of the most narrowly localized place. So it resists like stabbing attacks on one of the most fundamental levels.
What
by
do you
your
mean
own
this
definition.
Isn't stabbing anything. This is
it is by your definition.
How?
Oh, he's gonna change it.
Place your bets, guys. Place your bets. How he's gonna change it?
How? This doesn't even fit the definition.
So a stab is a thrust of a knife or any other pointed weapon into somebody to wound or kill them.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I went over what pointed meant.
Yes.
A narrowly localized place.
Yes. And what is exactly being thrust into him exactly?
It's just like passively. It's just passively what's happening. It's like fundamentally
passively
hacking the molecules and whatnot. It's just passively happening.
I don't think he understands what passively means. Do you know League of Legends?
How exactly is this passively doing something?
Here, you know Madara like tries to thrust a truth-seeking orb near him and he just kicks it away. So, there. It's being thrust. He resists it.
He didn't thrust anything towards Naruto. He thrust
Yes, he
towards
did.
the guy.
Oh shit! And then what happened? Yeah, Naruto kicked it away.
Okay. Okay, sure. In that case, that's not even like a pointed thing. That was literally a ball. The fuck?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does, because the entire point of it, whether or not it's a stab attack, by what you just read to me, was if it's a pointed thing,
And
right?
a
Last I checked, balls weren't pointed.
a point is a narrowly localized. Wait. A point is a narrowly localized place, right?
Yeah,
It's a
so a
definition.
narrowly localized thing.
And the narrowly
It's really
localized
narrow.
place would be the very molecules being dismantled.
Where did you get that conclusion from?
What?
This is wacky.
You seem to think that just because this particle style has a property of being able to dismantle something to freaking molecules, that this makes it somehow a pointed attack?
Yes,
By-
it's
by the
pointed. It's narrowly
definition,
localized
yes.
to the very molecule.
No, that's not even the definition. It doesn't even fit the definition that you mentioned.
Yes, it does.
It actually fit
No.
like perfectly, surprisingly.
Jeff, like, unironically
Okay, I
destroyed
just
your
see that
ass
you guys
with
can't
Oxford.
read then.
We can't read or speak? What?
You seriously have some serious problems with like reading
At this point, at this point, I think you just don't understand basic English. Go back to kindergarten because Jeff destroyed you perfectly. Like,
Literally everybody has.
unironically,
This is the second
that
day.
That definition was perfect. Using your own argument, using Oxford Dictionary, and it was perfectly linked to beat you.
No, it wasn't.
You got
It
beat
wa-
up.
no.
How'd you get beat up by
No, no.
me?
Like,
What if,
somebody-
and if? Oh my
somebody.
God.
Listen,
I'm just gonna say this. You need to stop being stubborn because you literally.
Okay, yo,
lost.
you
There's
need
no
to
point.
listen and actually use your
No.
brain for a
We've
couple
been
seconds.
we've been
So,
we've been listening.
explain
Apparently,
how
you haven't been.
exactly- No, apparently
Do you want us
haven't
to?
done-
Do you want us? Do you want us to keep going in
either you
circles?
can
Because right
explain
now it's
how
just you kicking.
exactly that something that. Okay, how exactly? What exactly is the pointed section? Is just because you say that you have a narrowed point, doesn't make it so that particle style is somehow like a stabbing attack. So unless you want to explain that, go for
By your
it.
definition, it is. It's narrowly localized on the very molecules. So
What do you mean is narrowly localized? This just says that it dismantles.
narrowly localized on the on the molecules.
Where did you pull that from?
Your own concession. You agreed that it was narrowly localized on the
Somebody-
molecules to the point where
Oh, I
everybody's
did.
right
talking
now.
a
How
lot
the
of-
fuck did I do that?
Oh no!
He's
The
doing it.
definition changing.
Oh no!
The backtrack.
I mean, if we really need to, just to like further employ it, I have been recording the entire time, so I mean, if we really
Okay.
do need to, you could just go back and grab it really quick.
Do you guys know?
Please do
Also-
that.
Right?
Tell me when I said that his particle style is like some freaking stabbing attack.
Okay. Well, no, that's not what we're asking.
I'm not saying you said it verbatim. I'm saying that you agreed to it.
Well, okay,
Whether
tell
you
me when
wanted
I
to or
agreed
not.
to that.
You said, what's it called? You said particle style was destroy the molecules, right?
No, I said it breaks you down. I said it breaks you down or something.
So,
Pretty sure I said it. Okay, whatever. Okay, sure. Okay. Let's say I
Okay.
said it break you down.
And
to
then I
balls.
gave you the
Over.
definition of stab, which is to thrust a knife or other pointed weapon into somebody, right?
Yeah.
And then I said a pointed weapon was something with like I don't have the definition on me. I'm not on my phone right now. A narrowly place, so it's narrowly localized to the point where it's to the very molecules of something.
No, okay. That part you just made up. Okay, the part of
No, I
it's
didn't. I
narrowly
said the
localized. That
definition.
is the definition of a point, right? You
What?
just
Literally-
added- listen. A narrowly localized place. That's the definition of a point. You adding that it's narrowly localized to the point of a freaking like down to like your very molecules. That part you
Yeah.
just added in from like nowhere.
it would just.
Okay, narrowly
Oh, I'll
localized
just-
is
What
like
if I'll just give it to him?
here. Narrowly localized is like obviously like contingent upon what you're talking about, right?
What do you need?
Narrowly. Okay, if I say that like I'm narrowly localized on a building, right? A building's pretty massive.
Why?
And that's in a different converse. What? Did you say why?
I said okay. Go on.
Okay. So I can have a different conversation. I can be like a doctor in a surgical room, and I'm trying to narrowly localize onto this one point into this guy's like heart. A building and like this cell on someone's heart are completely different. So it would depend on what you're talking about.
Okay, sure.
Right? I
Yes.
gave one of the most fundamental points that you can even go to. So no matter the context, it just wouldn't matter because of how fundamental it would be. So it's narrowly localized to the very molecules. So the context basically at this point just wouldn't matter.
Yeah, okay, so what exactly is being thrust in this case? You just mentioned that this
The truth-seeking orb.
except it's not.
It is. It's moving.
Is not being thrust into that narrowly localized position.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Hold up, give me a second.
Okay, what the fuck's going on?
Even by your own damn definition, it's not.
The definition of thrust is to push something or someone violently.
Yeah, so him,
Oh,
so
yeah, it's
Madara
being pushed
pushing a
towards
fucking
Naruto.
chakra,
I'll
like,
tell you,
juicing
Limited.
or ball
It's being
into
pushed
Naruto,
towards
last I
Naruto.
Just
checked,
move that out of
isn't
zero
at
point.
a point of...
You're gonna move him down? Oh no. Let me see if Saiboshi ends up joining.
Yeah,
We
we're
might,
just gonna.
we may unironically just have to ban him. Oh.
is a...
It's in we might just have to ban him, to be honest. I've dealt with him before.
Why are you gonna why are you banning the Parrot Slayer himself? Somebody
Shut up, Breakpoint. So he's been debating for 2 hours, and then yesterday he did the same thing, where he just relentlessly goes circular on a debate, acts like he didn't say anything, fucking lies about saying things, switches his definitions. It's just the definition of a rat. I think we give him 5 more minutes, and I think we should just straight up ban him.
Saiboshi. The guy is just like a complete rat. He won't. He's just being really stubborn, lying about things he said. He won't even admit when he's wrong. Like that definition point has been going on for what 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes now.
Or whatever. Fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to just, I don't know, just off him, just ban him at this point. This is, and mind you, yeah, I'll don't do it right away, but like, this is not even the first time. He did this yesterday, and eventually just got to the point where I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm done debating. I had finished him. I got his concession about 3 times, but he's just like, no, I didn't concede because blah, blah, blah. But I don't know.
You didn't make the god himself, the Parrot Slayer, concede.
Oh, shut up! Don't even joke about that.
Yeah, somebody 47.
Gotta go back.
Guys, bro.
No,
Yeah,
that's
go
the
back and
Parrot
listen.
Slayer. That's the Parrot Slayer.
it
What's your
towards
next
Naruto,
argument?
can you show that it's towards any particular molecular point in his body?
Yes, because you agreed that it's particle style.
No,
it's the same as particle style in the sense that it destroys you on a molecular level.
It can destroy you on a molecular level without targeting a specific molecule.
How?
Why does it matter if
Somebody-
something is
I was gonna
targeting
say-
a specific molecule?
Somebody
Because everybody here is straight. Okay, whoever was talking for like who the hell was that? Okay, because this guy's saying that I somehow agreed that a truth-seeking ball, the one where Naruto's kicking the truth-seeking ball away from Guy, that I agreed that it was a thrust at a molecular level, which isn't the case. But they're just misrepresenting what I'm saying.
Well,
I don't see why that matters in this debate.
He'd be resisting it at a molecular level.
Because they're trying to say it's like a piercing attack, and that counts towards like his like stabbing resistance. That somehow like this ball is like a stabbing attack.
Why the fuck? Okay, like, why does this matter? If it's like if it's a piercing attack or not, if it's like
Saiboshi,
like either way,
regressed so far that it's just like what point? This is definitely a sub point of a sub point of a sub point at this point.
At this point, I'm basically done because you guys are just literally saying random shit here.
Yeah,
And
well, I'm just trying to get a hold of the situation. Like,
I agree. You're done for a different.
I'm just trying to see like why this matters.
What originally happened was that what originally happened was I was talking about whether or not like Naruto has like shitty fucking like piercing resistance, right? So like stabbing attacks and whatnot, right? And now these guys are trying to rat, and basically they're trying to liken
We're
that.
trying to rat.
Yo, shut up and let me finish explaining to the guy. Holy fuck.
No. You're calling me a fucking
Hold on,
rat?
shut up.
You literally are.
Let him speak.
Shut the fuck up right now.
Damn.
Holy shit.
You literally
Okay,
are.
continue.
Okay. So now they're trying to wrap. Basically, they're trying to say that the truth-seeking orb is because it's likened to particle style, and particle style somehow it breaks you down to like a molecular level. They're trying to say that because a molecular level is a very localized point, that it's somehow akin to a stab, despite the fact that it's not thrusting at this particular molecular point in the first place.
Well, to be fair, the only reason why something is stabbing is because that's a very low surface area, right?
I mean, yeah, generally, yes.
Okay, and the reason
Except, for example,
and it having a low surface area is the reason why it can target a very localized area.
Except that's not the case here. The reason why particle style is able to like destroy like you on a molecular level isn't because like it has a low surface area. It's straight just a hack that does it. But they're trying to liken it to the same, and they're constantly saying that I agreed to a point I never agreed to.
Okay, I don't know. This is such a fucking retarded debate.
Yeah. Okay, honestly, honestly, this is fucking retarded.
I mean, that's such a dumb thing to like argue about, like specifically stabbing resistance, especially because like all sorts of physical or types of trauma and damage are all just can be represented by other different types of physical like trauma or damage.
Why?
So I mean, the only difference between most of the trauma is just surface area and the amount of force being outputted, right? But like obviously if you can resist something that's like even at a different point, like something that has a lot of force behind it but is blunt, right? I mean, it'd be the same thing for piercing.
That's where they started at.
Yeah, okay, if you mention it like that, yeah, I would agree. Like, if you just get like a metal pole or something, just like shove it hard enough, it would be akin to basically having like a knife.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter, like especially if it's something that's shoving, even if it has a very blunt edge, right? If you push it hard enough, it doesn't matter.
Why is this like TSO like stabbing even like relevant?
Well, so from what I understand,
they're trying to rat, like, because who is it, Jeff and Hoodie were like you absolutely.
So from what I understand, right? So they're trying to say that because the truth-seeking orb can destroy on a molecular level, that he would have stabbing resistance kind of equal to that level, right?
That's pretty much what they're trying to argue.
Yeah, but like, is that like
okay? So at that point, at this point, all you need to do is prove how much force or destructive, like AP that the truth-seeking orb has. So it doesn't matter that it's a ball. It just matters how much force is behind it or what it's destroying, right? If it's destroying on a molecular level, then yeah, fine, it's okay if he has that much stabbing resistance as well. Because I mean, his molecules are strong enough to resist something that can destroy they destroy molecules, right? Same thing that like some sort of very tiny blade could also do. I mean, at that point, it wouldn't really matter. So now, all you need to talk about is just how strong is the truth-seeking orb? Can it do that?
I mean, at this point, the truth-seeking orb is not even targeting a particular molecular level, so it doesn't.
I mean, it doesn't need to target a specific one.
Okay, because it has to target one in order to fit the criteria of a stab. I'm trying to explain to them that this doesn't fit the criteria.
That's not how stabbing works in real life.
I gave you the definition of stab, and you literally agreed.
Bro, if people could stab a specific molecules, man, bro, that's wild.
I mean, yeah, okay. In that case,
I went through it.
Dude, doctors have such an easy time doing surgery, bro, if they could target specific molecules. It's not how it works. Okay, blades are not that small.
Yeah, of course they're not.
Okay, so why does a blade have to target a specific molecule?
Naruto's like fucking tanking like molecular levels fucking stabs or anything.
Yeah, but you agreed that Naruto resists molecular level of stabs. That's all
no,
I need.
what the fuck did I just say like 20 seconds ago?
Wait. That was just your premise, that Naruto doesn't resist stabbing attacks or piercing attacks. And then I gave you the definition of it. I walked you through it on why he would. You agreed to it. And when I finally got to the end, I think you realized what I was doing, and then you started backtracking.
No, I explained how it doesn't fit your definition in the first place. Because just saying that
That's
there's
just blatantly not true.
but just because they're saying that there's a localized area that's being targeted, right? that just because you define a localized area that's being affected by a truth-seeking orb like hacks or whatever, doesn't mean that he's taking a stab at that. Doesn't mean that it makes it a stab. In this case, to stab someone, you need a thrust with a pointed weapon, right? A truth-seeking a ball isn't a fucking pointed weapon. How many times do I have to tell you
Yeah,
this?
I went over the definition on why it
It's
would
the
be a
definition
pointed
of a
weapon.
stab.
Though.
God damn it!
I went over why
You
it
trying
would
to
be a pointed
extrapolate
weapon.
to say
Though.
that a point is a narrowly localized area doesn't fucking matter because
Yes, I said it was a
the weapon isn't a localized area.
Wait, it's narrowly localized to the point where it can destroy molecules. That's all I said. You agreed to that.
No,
Yes.
I didn't.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, yes, you did agree to that. Ask anyone who was in the call. You did agree to that.
You're saying I agreed that it's a localized thing that can destroy
Molecules, yes. I said it's likened to Onoki's particle style, and the only difference is Obito just has more control and he can make it fluid, whatever.
Okay, but
like,
Inoki, yes. No, that part I agreed to.
Yeah, you said that's fine. Then I went on. I said it fits the definition of a stab because it's like pointed. I went over the definition of point, a narrowly localized place. And then I went over why a molecule.
That part I didn't agree to. I straight up said it wasn't a fucking stab because it's not a pointed weapon.
Yeah, wait. And then I went over why. Wait. Stop.
A molecular thing was a localized point. I said, okay, you can consider that to be a localized point. That doesn't mean it's a fucking pointed weapon.
What? I went over the definition of pointed. Are you disagreeing with the definition?
Do you understand what a pointed weapon is?
What's a pointed weapon? Because you were never disagreeing with the definition before.
You asked for the definition of pointed, so I said okay.
And then I sent the definition of pointed. Like,
yeah, I
didn't even see in the chat where I sent the definition of pointed.
To you a pointed, a stab has to be a thrust or another pointed thrust with a knife or another pointed weapon. What you're using isn't.
And then
So, that's hopefully the end of the somebody47 arc. I will be exiting to go to work. If you haven't seen the first video, you may go watch it now. Go do that. Goodbye.